So see, basically at the very beginning I would explain how the flex sensor works. The flex sensor gives low value when it is unflexed, and it gives high value when it is flexed. If you forget this by any chance, just check this one. When the fingers are open, it is giving low value, okay, and when the fingers are flexed, it is giving high value. This is the basic working principle of the flex sensor. Now we are having the input taken in into A1 through A5, okay. Now this input would be a numeric input, and the difference between the flexing and unflexing is very small. We deal with that issue how I would say later on. Other than that, we need to add this resistance. It is compulsory. Without an resistance, it would not give any particular value. It would give garbage value. Then there is this circuit of DF mini. We don't need to know and stuff. Yeah, it's just connected with the supply, the data input. This gray one is data input, and there's this supply and all, and we have audio output. DF mini's only possible work is to produce the voice. Basically, it works as a MP3 driver. Yeah, player driver. Now, how the flex sensor thing we are doing? The difference is generally of 10 or 9 in finger flexing thing. Okay. Now to increase this difference, we added a multiplier of 7. I mentioned that here. Most probably 7 multiplier. Yes. This 7 multiplier is added so that the difference that we are getting gets high enough for us to make conditions. Now what we did is we are taking the input, we are putting it in an if else with limits lesser than that and greater than that kind of, and is having a particular output for that particular input. That is what we have done till now. That's our work till now. Now future scope, talking of that, we have that thing that the library we included is very small. As we know, we just have these few things, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 input outputs, but yeah, we could add more in the future, and that would not then be limited to if else sentence. We would have to implement via other methodologies, but for now there are these things, and that is how the flexing works. I think this would be more than enough for understanding the project, and if you want like a complete explanation of the circuit, then just give me a second. I don't think it would be needed. Sir wouldn't be asking. Even if it does, I would just answer the question if time comes. So we have an input going from here. Now every Arduino, this is most probably Nano, right? Yeah. Every Arduino Nano has two 5-volt outputs and input ports. Let me show it. Can I zoom in that much? Yeah. See, there is a supply terminal here. There is a supply terminal around here. Okay, 5-volt thingy. So basically, we are using those. From here, it is the input. From here, we are getting the resistance. Individual resistance are being taken from this thing. This goes in. This goes in. See the A0 to 1 to 5. We avoided the A0. We could have used A0 as well, but we didn't. And then we add this resistance in the supply, because if there is no resistance, I would repeat again, if there is no fixed resistance in the supply, then it would provide garbage values. It is the main reason. Flex sensor would always need some resistance to provide specific values. Other than that, yeah, this is there, these are the thing. We are just connecting the DF mini with the, I think it's 11. Let me just zoom in a bit. Yeah, it's most probably the 11 or 12 something. So we are having that. We are having the supply from here. Now we are having the audio output connected to it, and the entire thing is being powered by the 9-volt battery, or when it is connected to the PC, this thing automatically gives the output. So currently, if we see our model, we would see that there is an adding terminal, but we are not using a battery. We are just using the laptop for the time being, because the speaker we are using is a bigger one. We can use the button speakers that would require lesser voltage. That would be fine with 9 volts, but the speaker we are using requires a charger at least of a power bank. So that's the thing. This should wrap up the entire explanation. Stop the video, and then if somebody has a confusion, can just ask. Just pause it. Like,